welcome to another episode of Let's Talk America. It is your host Reggie back again to talk some shit. So let's get right into it. Something I've been thinking about a lot. These coming days is that our labor as a country, like the entire workforce, it all starts there. In terms of like how we're gonna get better shit, like change, how we're gonna get change. Because what I mean by it is like this country's workforce generates so much money for these companies and these private businesses or whatever, that it's really no reason for us to not have living pay, for us not to have basic health care, better education, for us to not have debt from student education. There's just so many things that we like, a better life of living for us to like. We generate so much billions of dollars for these companies for us to just have a shitty way of life. And what I've been thinking about recently is just like, it's all tied with our labor, man. It's all gonna be tied with our labor, like with the workforce and how we're gonna get things to change. Because if we know that we generate so much money, that's how we're gonna get like effective change. Like, okay, if you're not gonna fix things, we're just not gonna help you make money. That's how I would imagine things to change. Because it's like the way how we get a better way of life is kind of outdated. Like voting, millions of Americans don't even bother voting because they don't feel represented. And not only that, but a lot of Americans just feel like it's just pointless. So voting is outdated, but it's just like we gotta have some type of power as American citizens, instead of waiting every 4 years for a president to do something, or Congress or the Supreme Court. Because these three branches of the government, they're just not doing a shitty job. They're just doing a shitty job, and they don't even represent America, the average American, like, who has to work and pay bills and shit. And I think the government has lost the plot. But I feel like we have to realize as Americans that it is like a lot of our power as American citizens is tied within our labor. But not only that, is I would say that's the biggest thing though, because we can't have the American workforce generate so much money, then in return we get jack diddly squat. Like we're having to ask our government, hey, can we please get better health care? Can we please get livable pay so we don't have to scrunch up enough money just to pay bills and survive? Like, most Americans are surviving. They're not living, they're surviving. The cost of living is so high, like it's getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. But yeah, man, it's just like something's gonna have to give. And I think Americans, it might be time to get into that phase of like not unionizing, but I mean, yes, unionizing, but like on a grander scale, like on a national scale type shit, like on some like organization, on a workforce based level. I feel like, because I think this is just my opinion. I feel like labor is something that unifies most of Americans, if not all of us. The fact that we have to work to pay bills, that'll unify anybody. Race, sex, gender, like we both have to work to pay bills. This is something we have to do. And I think the American workforce is unified in that yo, this shit ain't giving. Like you'll see plenty of people on social media coming out and say, hey, whether it's applying for a job or the job market being shitty, the point is that the workforce is just not, they're starting to get fed up. Like, I can't be working 40 plus hours and the pay ain't matching that, and I'm barely having enough money to pay my bills. And you know what I'm saying? Like, the workforce is getting fed up, and rightfully so. It's getting to the point where every profession is starting to say the same thing. Nurses, from nurses to Waffle House to truck drivers, U.S. The post service, they're all saying the same thing: the pay isn't there. I'm working this many hours and I'm still having to survive. I'm still struggling to survive. Like, it's like something's not clicking. And that's what I think a lot of Americans need to come together and realize, that this is a workforce thing. This is a workforce thing. If we generate, we can't just have millions of dollars, billions of dollars really generated, and don't get nothing in return. But yeah, I do feel like it's tied with our labor. Okay, on to the next topic. So if you've been on social media enough, you've seen videos of teachers coming out and saying that, like, this generation of kids are having like trouble reading. I've done seen like 2-3 videos in this past year, the past couple months, of like educators, teachers saying like that these children, high school even, like not just like elementary kids, high school students, middle school students, they can't read. They're having trouble reading. They're having trouble pronouncing like simple words. They're having trouble writing, like their handwriting is shitty. And I didn't bring up this topic to talk about how slow these kids are. I think it's more so like a bigger play that's happening, because you can't, as much as we would want to blame the parents, right? And that was my first reaction when seeing all these videos, like, damn, these kids can't read. What the fuck are the parents doing? Well, I'm not trying to excuse the parents. Parents have to parent. But at the same time, most parents today, they have to work in order to keep that child alive. And with that being, that may not have enough time to parent, to raise a kid. Now, I get it. They are with that child every day for the most time. So you should have some time to teach your kid how to read and basic shit. But, you know, a lot of the workforce is so busy having to make sure the lights are on and that the roof is there and clothes are on the child, to where they don't even have time to parent for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, the workforce, the average American citizen has to work. The bills, the rent, the car insurance, like everything is so expensive. Like, most people have to work out of necessity. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, like, if you got a kid or two, you might not have all the time to be there. I'm not excusing it, because I feel like if you're a parent, you should raise your child. You know what I'm saying? And you shouldn't heavily rely on the school department to do all the heavy lifting as far as like your child developing and learning. But I brought this up for a reason. I do believe, and I'm sounding like a conspiracy theorist with this, but I do believe the government is like wanting to reduce the resources in our education department, and they're teaching our kids certain shit which is kind of unnecessary, to where they're bringing another generation of just workers, just straight labor workers, nothing else, no other things, like the barriers. Like, I don't know, like, when you see a lot of teachers saying the same thing across the nation, and you see a lot of these kids failing, they're not failing at no reason. I blame the education system. I wouldn't just blame one thing. It's a culmination of things, but it's definitely the education system, like one of the biggest things for sure. These kids go to school, and a lot of these schools are under-resourced because our government feels like that the education department just doesn't need resources, but the police department does, or Israel does, or our military needs more drones. Like, we're funneling our tax dollars towards the wrong things, and we're seeing it. The same teachers that are saying that y'all kids are dumb as fuck are the same teachers that don't get no type of resources for their classrooms. They're having to pay out of their own pocket for school supplies and shit. Why? If you know anything about teachers, they are very vital to our society. Why are they having to pay out of pocket with the tax dollars that's supposed to be going to them? You got all these millions of dollars toward a police department for them to shoot homeless people. You got millions of dollars to give to Israel so they can get free healthcare and free college. but you can't give money to teachers that are teaching y'all ugly ass, dumbass kids. This is the problem with our government. Our tax dollars, the IRS is fucking us over. The IRS, the FBI, the CIA, like these 3-letter fucking establishments in our government are fucking gangs. You think the Bloods and Crips are scary? Nigga, the IRS will scare anybody. The CIA, the FBI, these niggas are the true gangs. Fuck a Blood, fuck a GD, fuck a whatever you niggas gangs is, y'all pussy compared to the IRS. Y'all are pussy compared to the CIA. Y'all are pussy compared to the FBI. A lot of these government establishments, your pussy ass gang ain't got shit on them. They can take your money at any given moment, bro. The IRS is a fucking gang, bro. And this is why I just feel like there's way too much power in our government, bro. You telling me Americans are taxed so much. We pay tax on everything. And you telling me our tax dollars is going to the police department, military, and you gonna try to tell us that it's protecting us? Police officers don't do shit but shooting acorns and squirrels, and then our military ain't doing shit but dropping bombs on fucking kids. How is this shit protecting us? Our tax dollars is getting mad mishandled. I don't know what the fuck the IRS is doing up there, but it's mad fishy. I'm telling you, the government is the biggest gang out there, bro. I'm telling you, bro. But back to the original point, the children not being reading, I think it's just a source of what is going on with our resources. Why is it not being heavily pumped into education? We could be building like the next generation of geniuses. Meanwhile, we're regressing as a society. We're taking resources from the education department. And now you're seeing it today with all these iPad kids and shit. Kids are just so fixated on the screen. They don't even care about reading and actually writing and shit. It's crazy. Capitalism is going to capitalism, man, basically. Okay, I'm gonna end the episode with this topic. I think this is a great topic. Actually, I'm in on this topic. So this is why I hate niggas. I'm sorry, y'all. It was a tweet. No, not even a tweet. There have been multiple instances on social media. Like I saw a video and a tweet of niggas saying they would vote for Trump just because he would give y'all a stimulus check. I want better for you niggas, bro. I could like insult y'all and make fun of y'all, but it's like, let's just be for real for a moment. I want better for you niggas. Whether y'all were joking or not, if you gonna vote for Trump, you should vote for Trump because you think he's the better candidate. Don't vote for that nigga thinking you gonna get some stimulus money. You know that a stimulus check is a tax refund, basically. It's really your money. They don't just give niggas free money. For all you niggas that think a stimulus check is free money, it's basically a tax refund. You're not just getting free money, nigga. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And I don't know why that would even be a good selling point. Like, oh, Trump said if you vote for him, you get a stimulus check. That's all it takes for you niggas to get a vote? $1,200? Where is y'all niggas' integrity? I mean, I'll say niggas already don't want to vote. So if they get an extra $1,200 out of it, they might as well vote. That's a good tactic with Trump, because niggas already don't vote. They already don't want to vote. So you telling them, hey, I'll give you $1,200 if you vote. That shit ain't even guaranteed. He pulling a Joe Biden, bro. Just like Joe Biden was like, hey, I'll cancel them student debts. Them student loan debts, I'll cancel them shits. That was the whole reason the niggas voted for Joe Biden. As soon as he got in the office, he started scratching his head. I said I was gonna do that. Joe Biden was like, hey, I said I was gonna do that. Damn. Actually, see, what you think Trump gonna do? Y'all wanted that stimulus check? Damn, I said I was gonna do that, huh? What if Congress just says, no, nigga, we not gonna let you do that? Like, Congress has the ultimate say so. And y'all being like, oh, Trump say we gonna get a stimulus check if we vote for him. That nigga ain't even in office yet, and he giving y'all false promises. I want better for you niggas, bro. Real shit. It's really embarrassing. But again, if you want to vote for Trump, vote for Trump. Honestly, in my opinion, in this upcoming election, it's looking like Trump might win, because I think Joe Biden in his recent presidency, it's been a turd fest. I'm gonna be honest. It hasn't been shitty, but it's been shitty. Joe Biden's president run has been mad shitty. I'm not even gonna cap. And it was shitty before the whole Israel situation, in my opinion. The Israel situation with Gaza and him giving all of our tax dollars to them niggas, that was like this super cherry on top. Like, oh, you fucking suck. Oh, you fucking suck, Joe. And I think that's honestly gonna hurt him. I think people are fed up with Joe Biden, unfortunately. And I can't say what's gonna happen in November. I am gonna vote. This is a little ad to say please vote. If you can vote. But I don't blame people for not voting or not wanting to vote, because it's ultimately not a good representation of how America is. Like, voting is just so in the dump right now. But I'm gonna vote, and I don't know what's gonna happen in November. But I think this is a good episode. I'm gonna end it there. I appreciate all the support, everybody watching, and until next time, peace.